elderly residents in a local apartment complex are asking why their rents are skyrocketing after moving in a year ago to a new building receiving tax credits.
James Pilcher spent the week looking for answers for them and joins us live from that building in Paddock Hills in a story you'll see here only on Local 12 News. So, James, what are you finding?
Yeah, the Victory Vistas building here behind me opened last year with the owners and developers getting a tax break in exchange for catering to low and moderate income elderly residents. But those residents here say new rents could be skyrocketing, including one woman in a wheelchair and on permanent oxygen with just one lung. And now the state agency overseeing that tax deal is investigating. Raynelda Anderson moved into her one-bedroom apartment here at Victory Vistas a year ago, overjoyed at finding an affordable place where she could live with her disabilities. But last month, she received notice her rent of about $500 a month was more than doubling, and she'd need to move out if she couldn't make up the difference.
I think it's just wrong that they want to put out elderly people in the wintertime. They knew that they were going to do this beforehand. And then to surprise people, I have anxiety terribly bad. I felt like I wanted to jump out the window.
The Victory Vistas building in Paddock Hills opened last year, with the owners getting a federal tax break of 9% a year for 10 years on its 50 units in exchange for keeping rents low for elderly residents for 3 decades. That meant many had rents at $500 a month or lower for a one-bedroom in this neighborhood near Xavier University. But last month, those living here like Anderson started receiving these notices, saying their rents could be going up by double or triple, and they faced eviction if they couldn't make up the difference. Anderson's went from $495 a month to nearly $1,200. Anderson's relative and primary caregiver, Ardrisha Brooks, has been trying to get answers.
It is absolutely awful. It's totally unacceptable that this should be allowed for our elderly citizens.
The building's owner and developer is Kingsley and Company, run by former Cincinnati Bengal Chinedum Ndukwe. Ndukwe was also an FBI witness in the corruption prosecutions of former city council members P.G. Sittenfeld and Jeff Pastor. Ndukwe's company received that tax break through the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, which helps finance new rental housing for low to moderate income residents. Spokesman Penny Martin says an investigation is underway into the higher rents.
How long do you think that process is going to take, and when will tenants know whether or not they can stay or go and get the lower rent?
We have a compliance team that works on issues like this, and they're working on it now. It's my hope that we can get this resolved. Obviously, we want to get it resolved sooner rather than later, but it's our hope that we can get it resolved here quickly.
I reached out to Kingsley and asked a representative about the higher rents and whether the company had started evicting tenants and whether it was meeting the limits set under the tax credit agreement. In a statement, Kingsley and Company said in part, "We acknowledge the recent rate adjustments and are actively collaborating with each impacted resident to explore available assistance options. All actions and decisions continue to be carried out in strict accordance with the guidelines and regulations of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency." Now, if this isn't resolved and it turns out Kingsley did violate its tax credit agreement, the state could move to rescind those credits and try to claw back the 1 year it's already given out. Live in Paddock Hills, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
Those are big increases, James. Thank you. Tenants at the Victory Vistas say that management is paying the difference in the higher rents until January, when they might be forced to move without any resolution. A GoFundMe to help Raynelda Anderson meet her rent has been launched. You can find a link inside James's story on local12.com and our free Local 12 News app.